In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you 20 things to be sourcing and selling this fall.
Hey, I'm Lee Meyer, and I'm the founder of Listing of Freedom and the Empowered Reseller. And I help clothing resellers make more money without hustling harder. Let's get started.
If you're new here, my name is Lee Meyer. I'm a stay-at-home mom of 4, and I've made over $100,000 flipping used clothes on sites like eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari. Now, I've got a whole lineup to share with you of things that you are going to not want to miss out this season. But before we get started, I want to take a second to invite you to grab my free brands list. Down here in the description below this video, you are going to find a link that will get you 150 of the best brands that I source and sell on a regular basis that have led me to that $100,000 mark and beyond. One more free gift I have for you as a thank you for being here, and that is my 6-figure blueprint. If you're looking for a way to make money that is a little bit more passive and a lot more scalable, then you're going to want to check out the link down here to get my 6-figure blueprint. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with item number 1. Now, one of the hottest trends this season are vests. Denim vests, quilted vests, insulated vests, goose down vests, you name it. They are flying off the shelves. This is a sheepskin vest that I sold for $200 the day after getting it listed. The brand of this vest was Cloud9, but it had more to do with the style and the quality and the material that was used for this vest. Number 2, boots. This is a men's pair of Cabela boots that sold for $220 with free shipping. And then Georgia Boots is another favorite brand of mine when it comes to shoes. And this pair sold for about $47 plus shipping in used condition. Fry is another one of those must-know brands, and this pair sold for $175 plus shipping. Now, I could go on for hours about the best brands when it comes to boots and shoes, but we would be here for several days in a row for me to be able to share all of this knowledge with you. Instead, what I've done is I've compiled all of the info, including done for you sell-through rates, done for you average sale price, as well as all of those tag photos, so you know exactly what to look for. And I compiled this all inside of my big money brand shoe guide. I'm going to leave a product card for you here, but that will be a huge time saver for you to get in on one of the best clothing niches to be in. Number 3, Halloween costumes. This is the time of year to be sourcing and selling Halloween costumes, although they do sell year-round if you're watching this video after Halloween. Some of the best brands to look for include Disney Store. This is a vintage Cruella de Vil kids costume that sold for $90. Another really good brand is Pottery Barn, and this is a Big Bird Halloween costume that sold for $150. But don't overlook handmade costume. This is a handmade Bigfoot costume that sold for $150 as well. Number 4, one-piece ski suits. This is a Sweaty Betty that sold for $300 plus shipping. You're also going to want to look for vintage ski suits, like this Arctic Cat that sold for $275, and this Obermeyer that sold for $225. Number 5, coats, especially men's coats. Some of my favorite brands to look for are vintage LL Bean, like this jacket that sold for $65, and then of course Carhartt. Carhartt can sell for anywhere from $50 to $100 or more. This is an example of a hooded jacket that sold for $60. And then of course, any of the outdoor wear brands such as Patagonia, this one went for $99 plus shipping. And if you're looking for more brands like this, I do have an entire big money brands guide dedicated to men's clothing brands. I'm gonna leave the product card over here for you. Number 6, holiday or seasonal linen items. One of my favorite brands to find is Pottery Barn. Check out these tablecloths. This one, fall themed, sold for nearly $170. And this one with pumpkins on it, perfect for Thanksgiving or Halloween, sold for $80. Table runners are another really good thing to come across when it comes to Pottery Barn linens. And this is a table runner fall themed that sold for $50. And then this one is with Santas on it. This one sold for $47 plus shipping. Number 7, this is another category where I could be here all day. This is jeans. I actually have another big money brands for you that goes in depth on both men's and women's brands to look for. But 3 of my top favorites are Rock Revival. This one sold for $50 plus shipping. Judy Blue. These are women's jeans that sell for $20 to $30 in used condition. And then Rock and Roll Cowgirl or Cowboy denim jeans. This is a pair that sold for $30. Number 8. Sweaters, especially if they are wool, lamb's wool, they're cable knit, or they've got a Fair Isle design. This is a Dale of Norway with that Fair Isle or Nordic design that sold for $102. And then this one is a J. Crew sweater with that cable knit pattern in lamb's wool that sold for $85. And then this is a vintage polo Ralph Lauren turtleneck sweater that has 2 Scotty dogs on the front. This one sold for $130 plus shipping. Number 9, Disney Holiday Collectibles. This is a Winnie the Pooh nutcracker that sold for $48. And this is a ornament for the Christmas tree that sold for $75. That is a shoe from an evil queen. Then this is a glass globe from a Disney line cruise, and this one sold for almost $40. Number 10, winter accessories. Like these gloves, you're gonna look for Gore-Tex, especially that waterproofing. These sold for $38 in used condition. And then things like scarves. This is a scarf that I sold for $75 plus shipping. With this, you're going to look for anything super unique, one of a kind, of course, luxury brands, as well as fabrics like 100% silk. Number 10, swimwear. Now this might seem really off season, but this is the perfect time of year to pick swimwear items up because they're going to start selling really well come January and February. One of my favorite women's brands is Miracle Suit. This is an example of a Miracle Suit swimsuit in used condition that sold for $30. And as far as men's swimwear goes, there are a ton of brands, but this is one of the best selling brands. Orla Bar Brown, I think I'm saying this right. This is a pair in used condition, sold for $100 plus shipping. Number 12, holiday decor. Now this is a dog that sits on the front porch, motion activated, the light turns on in the lantern. This one sold for $30. And this Santa gooseneck gourd sold for $30. And then this salt and pepper shaker of Santa and Mrs. Claus sold for $85. Number 13, flannel. Flannel is one of those things that just never seems to go out of style, and men's button-up shirts that are flannel do especially well. A couple of my favorite brands are Dixon Flannel. This is one that sold for $35. A Woolrich that sold for $50 plus international shipping, and then a Cabela's in a chamois flannel. This one is a 5XLT, which is another really good indicator. Anytime you come across anything that big or in a tall size like that, you're going to want to grab this. This one sold for $35. Number 14, athletic shoes. January 1st, when everybody's going to be hitting the trails, hitting the gyms, is just around the corner. So you want to be getting prepared now with any athletic wear that you come across in footwear. One of my favorite brands for both men and women is Brooks. This is a pair of Brooks in used condition that sold for $70. Another really great brand is Ultra. This is a men's pair that sold for $73. And then Saucony. This is another go-to brand. This pair sold for $51. This is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to shoes. So you're gonna wanna make sure to check out the Big Money Brands complete library, where I go through 750 of the best clothing brands to sell, including shoes, bags, hats, jeans, men's clothes, women's clothes, athletic wear, with all that done for you research, including tag photos so you know exactly what to look for. Number 15, gym wear and athleisure wear. Again, that January 1st is just right around the corner, so you're going to want to get prepared now and have items already listed for when December and January 1st hits. Buyers do start shopping early for these types of products, so you're going to want to be ready by December. Now, a couple of these athleisure activewear brands to be on the lookout for are, of course, Lululemon, especially their men's items. I do especially well with those. The shirts tend to go for $20 to $50 range, depending on the style. The pants for a little bit more, usually $35 to $50. Another brand to be on the lookout for athleisure and activewear is Sweaty Betty. Their tops usually go for $20 to $30 in used condition. Number 16, anything shearling or Sherpa lined. This is a lambskin jacket with shearling lining, and this one sold for $150. And then this is another favorite brand of mine when it comes to outdoor wear, Cool. And this jacket with the fur trim, fur lining sold for $105. But don't overlook faux shearling, aka Sherpa. This is a jacket that sold for $60, also known as a penny lane style of jacket. This is super popular right now. With this style, it is all about the look and not necessarily about the brand. Number 17, tri-suits. Again, January 1st is coming up, and that triathlon season is going to be coming around. People are going to be looking for what they need to wear to be able to compete in a triathlon. Almost any brand is going to be worth picking up when it's a tri-suit, but a couple of the upper end brands are going to be Wadi Inc. This one sold for $95, and then Zoot Sports. This is one that sold for $65. Number 18, ugly holiday sweaters. This does not have to be limited to just Christmas alone. This is a Halloween sweater. This one sold for $40. This Christmas vest sold for $30, and this Winnie the Pooh sweater sold for $48. What you're gonna want to be on the lookout for with these is that the items are vintage and that they're in very good condition. You're gonna wanna stay away from anything that is not vintage because this category has gotten a little bit swamped over the last few years, but anything that has a lot of embellishment, beading, embroidery, any kind of thing that really stands out to you, anything unique. Especially if it's 1990s era or older, you're going to want to grab that. Number 19, holiday houses, Halloween, and of course, Christmas. This is a haunted house for a Halloween village that sold for $75. Then a Grinch house that sold for $127, and then a Griswold family house, this one sold for $154. All of these that I just showed you are from Department 56. This is one of my favorite brands when it comes to these types of items. You're gonna wanna make sure to pack well, use a lot of bubble wrap, double box, and I promise that they will get there okay. I have sold and shipped a ton of these over the years. Number 20, last but not least, snowboarding or snow pants. Some of the best brands to look for here are Burton. These will sell for $50 to $100, especially if they're Gore-Tex. Helly Hansen, this is a pair that sold for $46, and then Patagonia. This is a kid's pair size 2T that sold for $50. If you found this video helpful, subscribe to the channel, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next video soon. Thanks for watching and have a great day.